Made it back home, ate some steak and rice. Now I'm going to riff off some content for y'all. They say that women appreciate the small things more than the big things. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that you could buy a woman a house and she might appreciate that even less than if you just gave her a rose, or if you just opened the door for her, or if you just smiled at her. It's crazy to me because I'm starting to feel the same way. I'm starting to see more and more of the beauty, the magic, the specialness in the little things. It's the touch of the breeze against my skin, the coolness of the grass under my feet, a smile from a stranger. Beautiful music. We're getting more sensitive. We're getting more attuned to energy. We're becoming less occupied by the glamorous, the obvious, the loud, the flashy. Because all that stuff it's kind of cheap. It's kind of obvious and it's kind of common. But those little glitches in the matrix, those little moments of vulnerability that people share, when someone says a kind word with no pretension or no agenda behind it. It pierces your heart. Pierces all those layers that you hold around your heart to protect yourself from people who aren't genuine. We build up this shell that wasn't there when we were kids. We learned to build this shell up because we got hurt when we were genuine, when we were sincere, when we showed love with no strings attached. We had different experiences in life where others took advantage of that, or they didn't receive it, or they took it the wrong way. They thought that we wanted something from them and they lashed out against us or ridiculed us or made us feel stupid. And so we took on all these masks and shells and started to act like we were a certain type of person, which we thought we had to be to fit in, which we thought we had to be so that we were strong in the eyes of others, so that we were respectable in the eyes of others. But in that process, we lost our connection to our purity. And so more and more we went down this path of dabbling in the impure, thinking that by becoming more impure we could become stronger, we could become more invulnerable, we could become more powerful in the eyes of others, and we could get more of what we wanted from others, and we got caught up in this trap. We became the very thing that wounded us in the beginning. But as we walk this path, as we keep walking this beautiful path of pain, of sacrifice, of struggle, of letting go, of facing the demonic realm within and without, we begin to come more and more in touch with the purity which was in there the whole time. The purity which doesn't need any preparation or any agenda or any plan, because it already has everything it needs, and it simply shares that abundance as an expression of its joy, as an expression of its love. This is the energy which draws women, children, other people. This is the energy which is contagious, infectious, which lifts the vibration, the energy of the room when you walk in without you having to say a word. This is the energy which makes everything whole without having to do anything fancy, just by simply being present. This pure radiation of love. This is what the world is crying for. This is the antidote to all of the problems that we find ourselves dealing with. They're not technical problems. They're not environmental problems. They're not problems to do with a lack of energy or a lack of resources or a lack of money or any kind of lack. They're simply to do with being shut off from our own hearts because they were hurt. And if we're willing to feel that hurt, to be with it, not run from it anymore, if we're willing to feel embarrassed, that embarrassment that happens when someone rejects your sincere expression of kindness or love or whatever it may be, generosity. People can't always receive that because they're hurting themselves. They're in their own shell. They're trapped in their own illusion. And so when you experience that, when someone can't receive what you have to share, even though you want them to feel what you feel, there's a tendency to pull back and to close up and to withdraw. But it's only because we don't want to feel that pain, that heart pain. It's the deepest kind of pain. Because all issues come from the heart. All physical problems, financial problems, relationship problems, they all originate in the heart. And our unwillingness to feel the pain, because the heart is a very sensitive thing. But on this journey, as we're reclaiming our energy, reclaiming our strength, we are gaining the ability to feel on a much deeper level. And as we commit to love, it's what we're committing to. On the highest level, this is about love. As we commit to that, unconditionally commit to this path of love, no matter how painful it gets, because it gets very painful. Heartbreak is a real thing, kills people. But if we're willing to be warriors of not death, but warriors of love, willing to face any kind of pain, any kind of darkness that exposes itself from within, and to go through it, to drink the very last drop, to refuse to close up, refuse to withdraw, refuse to run away, refuse to escape or distract. But we stand as warriors. Then we get to taste of unconditional love, pure peace. And this is the kind of energy which turns you into a saint, a sage, an avatar, a master. This is the energy that everyone's looking for. And it is our privilege to be getting closer and closer to the fullness of this energy every day that we continue on this path. So keep going. Know that you are becoming the fullness of who you were meant to be, who you always were, who you really are, with every step forward on this journey. Much love, Kings.